Good morning, Neve.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling rough.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, Neve has had a big, fortnight really of going to award ceremonies, and I was actually privileged enough to go with her to the Danny Awards, but she didn't ask me last night, and she's not asked me the night, but she still won. So, tell us, Neve, congratulations, and can you just tell us briefly what awards you've won in the last couple of weeks?
Oh God, right, okay. So we won Danny Digital Advertising Northern Ireland Award for Best Social Campaign. We won Digital DNA Award for Best Digital Campaign, and we won Belfast Telegraph for Best Marketing Campaign. And tonight we're up at the Belfast Chamber of Commerce Awards, and we're up for Best Mentor and I think Best Digital Agency.
Oh my God. So I know that doesn't faze you sometimes, like you said to me, it's about the work you put in and all that, but those awards show how great you are and how lucky I am that I know you and that I can bring you to everybody in DIGG for Success. So everybody's took time out this morning to tune into this, so I'm not going to waste time with all this, but I just wanted them to know how good you are at your job and why I think your opinion is so valuable and why I want to grill you this morning. Okay. So first of all, I was at an event at the start of the week there that you were involved in, and we talked about Facebook. So there's so many people on here. I just assume that everybody sometimes knows what I know or what you know. But if you can just tell people why our Facebook views are declined rapidly since really after Christmas, I saw a big change on my Facebook interaction. So why is that happening?
Yeah, so Facebook changed their strategy and they changed the algorithm that they use to determine what content to share in front of the audience. So for that, there's more emphasis on personal content rather than business pushing out sale messages type of content. So yes, historically, and gradually over the last, I'd say 5 years, there's been a real decline gradually in Facebook. So last year you're probably getting around 3 to 5%, but now of your total reach, your total followers, 3 to 5% of your total followers would be seeing your posts, but that's gone right down to 1%, if not less.
Okay, so people are saying now, excuse my language, but Facebook's crap and, you don't really need to be doing it anymore. But you said something the other day that it's still brilliant if you do a certain thing. So what was that there that you were talking about?
Yeah, well, it's just, a lot of businesses, and at this stage I've mentored, over the last 2 years, over 200 businesses. So I see this all the time. The businesses just aren't using Facebook in the correct way. So we would always emphasize that people need to be using business.facebook.com to run their Facebook pages and to run their ads as well. And that's from various angles, but primarily it is because you can completely structure your ad campaigns. This is very much an era now of there's no such thing as free lunch anymore. You have to pay to get seen. And if you're going to be paying to get seen, then you need to think beyond the boosted post. So, I'm going to be talking at the next DIGG for Success event, and I'll be touching on, I'll probably do a masterclass actually, and I will be showing how you go about setting up a proper business Facebook campaign, a business Facebook in the first instance, and then how you can go about setting up a proper campaign. We are having huge success for various clients on running campaigns through Facebook, both lead generation and e-commerce sales.
So me sitting here now, I've heard this for a while, you need to be doing ads, and I'll just be honest, I went into the business manager, I've got so far, it asks you conversions or lead generations and all, and I think, right, I know what I'm doing, and I choose it, and then it just, I know to you it might be easy. So at Under the Influence, will you show us exactly the drop down and click this and take you here and this? Will you do that for us?
Yes, I will. Yes.
Okay.
I'll go through, yeah, like one of the key things with Business Manager is understanding the objectives. And to be honest, I think unless you've worked on multiple accounts and really understand the one objective that will deliver the best results for a particular campaign, then it can be quite a minefield. So yes, I will go through all of that, in terms of here's what we have done for previous customers, and what has worked and what hasn't worked for us.
So for me, as a small business owner, I can't really afford, well, I don't know why I'm saying I can't afford to pay you to do my ads. So can we, if we like go by what your masterclass is, and also I know there's a Facebook blueprint that you talked about as well. If we study that and we listen to what you say, can we do this ourselves successfully?
100%, yes. Like any small business can do Facebook and do it really well themselves. The one thing is, it is quite time intensive. So we're in the Facebook platform every single day, even over the weekends, especially if it's lead generation ads that we're running, because we need to extract the leads from them every single day. So it is, as long as people have the time and are willing to put in the effort and test things. So it's not just let's create an ad, leave it, run and hope that it works. You need to be in every day looking to see, is it working? If not, let's run a different ad and see what will work best. Is it going to be a different image or a different video, or is it going to be changing the message?
Okay, so, but if you start off small and do one small campaign and you analyze it, and that sounds overwhelming what you're saying, but it's not really. You really just do one, watch it, see did it work. If it didn't, try to figure out why. Maybe, reach out to other experts to see why this didn't work and just take it from there. But if you keep sticking your head in the sand and saying, oh, I can't do it, nothing's going to happen. Isn't that right?
But I mean, and I'll be able to show this as well, where you can go on to Facebook. I don't know if you've ever used it before, but you can go and have a live chat with one of the Facebook experts as well.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
It's really hard to find, but I'll be able to show you exactly how you can go and just have a chat. They can talk you through what you're doing, what they recommend that you should be doing, and how you take that forward.
Oh my God, right. So we definitely know how to do that because that's free.
Yes, free, yeah.
Okay, good, right. So I've written down all my notes here. So you're going to show us, so that's the Facebook part covered. So can you tell us, what is that there? There's different courses in Facebook that you can learn yourself. It's called Facebook Blueprint.
It is, yes. So there's loads of training material within that, and they can take you through every single aspect of business Facebook.
Okay, cool. So everybody needs to look that up. And look, it's not going to happen unless we do it ourselves. So that's why I'm doing this kind of thing. You can talk about it and Facebook doesn't work and blah, blah, blah. It's never going to work unless you teach yourself or employ somebody. So yeah. I can't employ anybody, so I'm teaching myself. So we have comments coming up here, Niamh. You might be able to see them. But there's new, about the data protection laws. So this Be Live platform won't let me see the names, but people are saying, congratulations on your awards last night, Niamh, and good morning, girls, and all that. So anybody with any questions, if you put them up, we'll try to answer them. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is Instagram. So I don't know if you've seen where I mentioned on my Insta stories this week that I reached 2,000 followers. Now that is 2,000. Like,
that's brilliant, Caroline.
No, it's not. It's not brilliant, but it was brilliant.
Business, that's really good.
Well, it's been damn hard to get them 2,000. But to be honest, I really only focused on getting Instagram followers in the last 9 months. Right. So I probably had about 600 9 months ago, and I've got up to 2,000. So, but it's hard slog. However, it's all a hard slog, and anybody that thinks they're going to get them easy, I think they're being naive. It's so hard. But have you any tips?
It's not hard. It's just time consuming.
Yes, but that is hard, is giving your time to that when you're not seeing quick rewards. So people give up and say, oh, Instagram doesn't work for me, but it's a good platform. I've had loads of things happen to me through Instagram that would never have happened if I hadn't been active on it every day. So is there anything that you can tell people that are watching, basic things now that for people who are maybe not sure about Instagram, what they should be doing to get started? And any wee tips? You did mention a few at that event we were at on Monday.
So I think at the event on Monday, I talked about how when we're doing Instagram for the clients that we have, we like to create a beautiful Instagram feed. And I think primarily that's because we'll ultimately be looking to work with influencers. And we want the influencers, when they come on to our clients' feeds, to see that actually that's a brand I'd love to work with. And we always get complimented on our Instagram, all our clients' Instagram. So that's one thing, but obviously that can be much more time consuming. But and we're able to schedule all of that. So I talked about Planoly, which I think is a free platform. We pay for it because we have multiple clients, but it's something that you're able to lay out all your Instagram images. You're able to do research different users. You're able to look up different hashtags, etc. So, and you're able to lay all that out. So,
sorry for interrupting. Can you spell that?
Planoly, Planoly. And I think actually, Caroline had discussed it or talked about it at the last DIGG for Success event. But anyway, so that is one way that we can manage Instagram. Once a month, sit down, plan out the month ahead, so that if you can then top it up with Instagram stories. And Instagram stories are huge at the moment. And if you're getting sales, etc., or PMs through, it's likely because of your Instagram stories. And you're really good, Caroline. You're always on there. And I think that's primarily what you need to be doing. You need to be going on. You need to be showing customers what there is in store, if you have any offers, and just topping it up. But also I talked about maybe only doing 3 to 4, or maybe I said about 4 every 3 hours, but you just get used to the same pattern every day and what suits you. Some days you mightn't have any time to go on to Instagram stories, which is fine. And then it's about the hashtags and how you go about researching your hashtags. And then also I think I talked about some people link their Instagram to their Facebook page, and the importance, therefore, if they're doing that, of putting hashtags within the comment boxes so that it's not carrying over unnecessary hashtags onto a Facebook post.
So I started, since you mentioned that, I don't link the two because I try to do different content for both, just because that's what works for me. But I then thought, well, maybe my script underneath my post looks untidy. Is it okay, even if they're not linked, does it still have the same effect if you put it in the comments section and hide your hashtags?
Yeah, I mean, so Instagram's algorithm changed as well, actually, maybe a few weeks ago. So, even things like now you're able to tag your products in your Instagram feed, which is great because historically you could only tag products in your link in bio. So that's a big change there. But also when you're putting the comments in, it can be good to put the comments in your main section, and also possibly put secondary information in the comments below.
Right. And this sounds so bad, right? But I've been to loads of courses, and sometimes you get conflicting things. Like there was a certain person told the group at an event that too many hashtags was desperate and looked a wee bit begging. And people have heard me say this before, I don't flip and care if it looks desperate as long as it works. So what's your view on that there? Because I use them all. Your Light 30, for anybody who doesn't know, Your Light 30, and I try to use every single flipping one.
Yeah, we're exactly the same. So in the main post, we might, now and again, just depends how we're feeling, we might put 3 or 4 in the main post, and then follow on the next comment section with the rest of the hashtag. But something that's really important is that you shouldn't use the same hashtags over and over again. And that's a mistake that I see loads of businesses. They just copy and paste the hashtags from the previous post. Do not do that, because that's one of the don't do it. That's one of the factors that that Instagram will be determining, like spam kind of stuff. So yeah, that was something that they came out with. I'd say maybe in the last month or so.
So I always, like, for anybody who doesn't know, I would write out all my hashtags in the notes section of my phone, and then every time I would do a post, go in, copy it, and paste it in. So you're saying don't do that, make up new ones every time.
Don't do it. You can repurpose, you can reuse the different hashtags. You can put them in different locations, but do not do cut and paste jobs. And you need to be mixing up your hashtags, because the reality is you're not posting the same content over and over again. So the hashtags are unlikely to be exactly the same for each post.
Oh my God.
Google it when you get off and you'll see about it.
Yeah, right, okay. So there's something, whether we'll learn nothing else, I'm going to change that when I get off, because I just copy and paste. And I've been telling everybody that's been asking me, yeah, just copy and paste. So that's good. So we might get more traction with our posts if we mix them up, really, is what you're saying.
Yes, and don't be afraid to tag people in your Instagram posts as well. And you know, like, for example, if you want to start working with influencers, make sure that you're following them, that you're commenting on them, or if you're linking in with local businesses, do exactly the same. So just support each other.
And this amazed me. I know it's a wee bit of a side, but I was out for dinner the other night and I wanted to tag the restaurant where I was because the food was unreal, and we weren't on Instagram. And I was like, so here's just a story of how influencing works. So I tried to tag them on Instagram, couldn't. So just showed the food and said where I was, but that's not good for the bit, you know, that I couldn't tag them. So I went on Snap. I was also doing my Snapchat stories and I showed where I was and I talked about where I was and the food. And last night a girl sent me through an image where she was in the restaurant because the food looked that good on my snaps that she went there last night. However, that's good. That's great. They got one customer out of that. But imagine how many more they could have got if that tag had a link to their business. And I was frustrated because I was thinking, are you for real? Like, you're a restaurant where people, influencers and bloggers and people are there. So to me, whether you're not ready to be active on it yet, you should be on it so people can tag you, you know?
Yeah. I guess you probably wouldn't really find that in the likes of London or Dublin, but in Northern Ireland, we're still playing catch up. But it also goes back to the fact that, you know, businesses aren't like, they don't have loads of resource. So they have to pick and choose what they're going to be doing. But Instagram's the one thing that I would always say is very easy to kind of jump on, do something and post it at least 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So yeah, if I could have got that business owner and said, get on and I'll tag you, but at least they got a sale last night out of Snapchat. So anybody that this is Snapchat, there's a prime example of how you create influence and somebody goes and purchases a product or a service because you talked about it. So it cannot be denied the power. So you are going to come to, so you talked at DIGG for Success under the influence in Dungannon, and you talked about influencers and the power of bloggers and influencers over your business. So you're going to come to the one in Glenavon on the 18th of June, which I am so appreciative of, and your colleague Kerry is going to be there as well. But you're going to also touch on influencers and bloggers, but you're going to give a masterclass on how to create an advert step by step. So when we leave, we know how to do one for our business straight away. And yeah.
I think, Caroline, in terms of what I see will add biggest value to any business or anyone coming along to the event, it is how to do Facebook properly, how to set up the business Facebook page and how to then structure ad campaigns. And we would always say to businesses, you know, try and allow at least the price of a cup of coffee a day to put towards your Facebook advertising. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you go and spend just £3 a day, for example, on Facebook advertising. I'm just saying test it for a month, allow yourself roughly around £90. Every business is different, and we work with multiple budgets. But for small businesses, test that and start to see how that goes. So I'll be talking about that and how you go about doing that.
And then Instagram, maybe we'll delve a wee bit deeper into what me and you just talked about there now, and how you can use the different tools out there to help you plan it so you're not getting consumed by it every single day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I can touch on that too.
Okay, cool. So there's some comments here. there's the girls. Congrats, Neve. Fab win last night. Great chat, great Instagram. I'm not as confident with it. So, and then somebody else saying, yes, I use it for my whole business. So I know what you said, every business is different. However, I think every business needs to be on it, like you said.
Yeah. And to whoever said that they're not that confident on Instagram, you know, like I'll be able to go through, actually I've done this before, but able to go through how to use Instagram, because a lot of businesses and a lot of people don't know how to use it. So I can certainly cover off exactly what each element within Instagram is for and how you go about using it. But I'd also say to people who would be thinking, oh God, I wouldn't be that confident to get in front of the camera for Instagram stories, you know, not to worry about that, because you can still do Instagram stories without your face being on it or without having to listen to your voice.
Yes. And like I've heard some people say, it doesn't work for me, and then I watch their platform and they only do one a day, and then they don't do any.
I see it all the time. For every social channel, I just see it hasn't worked for us. And when I dig deep, I can see why.
But it is hard. Like, I'm not going to keep you any longer, but like, people have to realize it's not flipping easy. It's going to be hard. But if you keep complaining about it, then, so if you put the time in every single day or get a member of staff to help you, they do a bit, you do a bit, it will pay off.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's not just a quick fix.
No way.
It's something that has to be done and consistently done. So you either go with it or you don't, and you have to make that decision.
Yeah, and just on a final note, I know I said it at the last Dig for Success, under the influence that my daddy always says, if you have the right product, people will come anyway. But that's not, I fell out with him. I cried, he shouted. That it's not like that anymore, because people shout louder on social media. They're the ones that people are going to go to. So it's not about if I have it, they'll come. It's if I shout loudest, they will come, I think.
Yes, but also, you know, most businesses are in quite a competitive market space. So, you know, you have to think outside the box, and you have to work hard at it.
Somebody's written here, you have to create a habit. That's so true.
Yeah, and ultimately that is it. You know, if, for example, and I would always say to business owners who just don't have time, you know, during the week, or, you know, like to go onto social media, well, then sit down on Sunday night, take an hour or two and schedule in advance.
I asked Neve, do you love to watch Peaky Blinders? She was like, I do not watch TV. And, you know, I listened to a podcast the other day, and the woman said she's fed up listening to people saying they don't have time. But if she asked them what happened in the last Game of Thrones whole series, they'd be able to flip and tell her. So sometimes you have to sacrifice their time at night to just do it.
Yeah, I just grew out of TV, I'd say about 2 years ago. Like, literally, I guess it was in conjunction with actually when I set up my own business, which was 2.5 years ago. And it is just, I had to make the decision. Do I dedicate my time to really helping to grow my business, or do I chill out and watch Coronation Street or something like that? That's a load of nonsense. So I'll focus on my business for now. I'll chill out in 5 years' time.
Exactly. Well, it's now a half hour we've been talking. I could talk to you all day, but I know people just have a short time. I'll be posting this video again afterwards on different platforms so people can watch it and learn from it. I can't wait to have you again at Dig for Success under the influence. Don't know how this has all happened, but we're a good team, and I love that I can just say anything to you and you'll say, no, that's crap, do this, it'll work, and that's why I love you. So congratulations. I hope you win the night, and even if you don't, but I know you will, we still think you're fab, and thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye, my dear.
Bye.
Bye.